Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Talk Wordy, my hub for all of the words that I read, write, or otherwise want to yap about. Today, I have a very special author guest on the pod. She is the author of the now completed Crown of Eleva duology. Please welcome Sienna Harlow.
Thanks so much for having me.
Absolutely. First of all, if you're not watching this episode visually, you're missing out because she is stunning. I'm absolutely obsessed with your makeup and like your split dye hair almost like in the front. It's so cute. I also like really wish that I could pull off blunt bangs.
I think you absolutely could.
Ooh, husband, did you hear that in the back? My husband's always like, please don't cut bangs. Please don't do it. And I'm like, what if I did? But what
Just
if I did?
It. Yeah. They sell clip-on ones on Amazon. You can always just get it, try it out.
I've done it before.
You've done
you know what? Best $8 I've ever spent. Saves me from a haircut and having to like do a little like bobby pin moment in case I regret it. But
understandable.
Absolutely beautiful. Speaking of beautiful, I'm positively obsessed with both of your book covers. They are gorgeous.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, before we get into some of the questions I have for you, what I like to do with my guests normally is we talk about what we are reading, watching, and listening to. But in order to conserve some time, I thought I would narrow it down to asking, what is it that you've currently been hyperfixating on? Is there anything in pop culture, TV, movie, media, books that like you just cannot stop thinking about?
Oh, well, heated rivalry, of course.
You're my girl. Yes, you get it. Okay. So had you read the books already, or did you discover it with the TV adaptation?
I hadn't read the books yet, but I kind of knew about it before this show came out, just because like the book community was like, we're finally getting like a truly special romance novel adaptation.
Yeah.
You know, we're not getting a movie where they're going to like cut up a bunch of stuff. We're going to get something that was like, you know, the creator messaged Rachel and was like, I need to make this into a TV show. And we knew he was going to handle it with like so much care and really do the romance genre justice.
Yeah. I love that my entire TikTok page has just become
edits.
And I have yet to see a bad edit. This fandom in particular is so talented.
People are putting in the work.
They really are. Like, I've seen like raunchy edits. I've seen like sweet edits, funny edits. Like, there is no shortage of edits in the heated rivalry fandom.
Me cry.
Oh, like, yeah.
I'm just sobbing in my bedroom.
There's I don't know if you've seen these type of edits, but there's a trend going on. Like, do you know the song by Jeff Buckley, The Lover You Should Have Come Over?
No, I don't think I do.
Okay, absolutely like devastating song. But what people will do is they will, because it's a longer song. It's like 6 minutes, I think. But what they'll do is they'll extend it and they'll do these like 20-minute edits of like characters' entire like love story arcs. And I saw a 23-minute long, devastating like romance edit of heated rivalry, and it's proof that my attention span is not shot. I'm just picky about what kind of content I consume, but oh my gosh, it broke my soul. If I find it in my bookmarks, because I feel like I bookmark everything on TikTok.
Same.
I will have to send it to you.
Please do.
It's taken over my life. I think even because I'm close to Dallas, there recently was like a heated rivalry like rave night.
Yes.
Like, it's everywhere. It's so awesome.
Were you at the party last night when...
No.
So all the things she said came on and like people just dove into the dance floor. And then immediately after that, it was like, I'm Coming to the Cottage remix.
I'm Coming to the Cottage.
The dance floor was lit.
That episode, was that episode 5? The one with I'll Believe Anything and I'm Coming to the Cottage, and then it just ends.
Yes.
Whatever that episode was, I heard that it became the highest ranked episode in television history.
That is an absolute fact.
And yes. I believe it. It's so good.
It beat Breaking Bad, which had held the record for like a decade.
Yeah. I know, because my husband and I just started that show, and it's phenomenal. It's dark and gritty, but it's really good.
It's intense, for sure.
Okay. Anyways, I always love to talk heated rivalry, and I could talk about heated rivalry for a long time. But let's get a little bit more into your duology. For people who may not be familiar with you or your books, tell us a little bit about that universe.
Yeah, so Crown of Eleva is about a fae jewelry maker who kind of develops a little bit of crush on this mortal healer when she sneaks into the mortal realm once a month to sell her jewelry. And she ends up getting this all-powerful crown stuck on her head that her ancestor had forged. And when that happens, you cannot remove the crown until death.
Ooh.
So she is trying to get this crown off, and that is forcing her to bring Leon to the Fey realm, where mortals are forbidden. So you have that forbidden romance. You have the forced proximity, because he has to stay very close with her. And you had kind of this star-crossed lovers, because since he is mortal, he cannot stay in the Fey realm because the magic will drive him to madness. And she cannot exist in the mortal realm because she'll die without magic. So you kind of have this, like, they've had a crush on each other for multiple years before the start of the book. But he thinks that she is, like, married with kids, is mortal, like, lives in the mortal realm, and she's, lying about her whole identity. And so he is pretty jazzed to discover that she is, in fact, single.
Yes, I bet he is. What were some of the inspirations for you when you were first starting this book?
A lot of the inspiration was a lot of female friendship focus. Like, the friendship is just as important as the romance in the book.
Yes.
And I just, they started talking in my head, and they just would not shut up until I started writing it down.
Yeah.
So, and then Eleva is a Fey utopia. I started writing it early pandemic. And so it was very much like such a sad time. It was very depressing. Yeah. And so I kind of wanted to create a world that was like truly a perfect place to exist, where, like, communities care for each other, and there's not like a vast difference in people's, like, social standings. And so that's made up of 7 courts, and kind of what your power is kind of depends on which court you're in to better serve, like, the realm. So it's a very, like, community-based Fey realm.
I like that.
And a lot of fantasy books, they're a little darker with, like, the world. And I just wanted to be somewhere, like, that I would want to live. That, it's really just like a magical, and it's a very angsty book. There's a lot of drama, but it is a very whimsical setting. So you get a very, like, this beautiful ball gowns and gilded ballrooms, and then the emotional angst to it. So it's a very fun to play with, of this, like, very royal setting. So most of it takes place in a palace, and then the heart-wrenching, soul-crushing angst of the book.
I love that. What would you say, what were some of your romantasy reads that you had read before that maybe didn't, like, inspire the story, but just inspire you to write? Like, what are some of your favorite books in that genre?
The Cruel Prince series was written by Holly Black.
Excellent choice.
And she's been writing in that world for
a long
decades.
time.
So in junior high, one of my favorite books was Tithe by Holly Black, which is about the Fae. So I was not surprised, and I'm like, I need to write a Fae book.
Yeah.
And then Mary E. Pearson wrote the Remnant Chronicles.
Oh, is that Dance with Thieves?
Yes. Absolutely. Did you read the Remnant Chronicles?
No, I have not.
It'll add so much depth to Dance of Thieves.
Okay.
Also, like, a great duology as well.
Yeah. I love a romantasy duology. Something about, listen, I will commit to the bit for the long haul with some series, but, like, a duology, like, I love a duology. I think someone who recently, like, really got me into a duology is Rachel Gillig. I like her, like, One Dark Window, Two Twisted Crowns. The Knave and the Moon is coming out this year. Have you read those books?
They're on my TBR.
Girl, they're so good.
I've heard, like, absolutely amazing things.
Yeah. Okay, so if you could put yourself into the universe of Eleva, what court would you be in? And if you were to go to one of the balls in your book, what would you wear? What kind of gown would you design for yourself?
Oh, I love this question. So there's a court called the Gem Court, and it's the court of artisans. So if you do anything creatively, like, that's the court you're going to be in. They're also the very, they like to party. Like, they like to have fun. They're like the party court as well. So I would definitely be in there. I was a digital artist before I became an author, and I was, I spent most of the pandemic, the early start of it, in an art program at UCSD. I got really back into fan art, and then I was like, I need to start drawing, like, my characters, and then I need to write a book. So yeah, that's where I would be. For a gown, I love gold, something to match the blonde.
Ooh, yes. Have you seen like oh my gosh, I feel like I'm going to butcher her name. The U.S. figure skater. I think it's like Alyssa Liu or something. Liu. No. Okay, well, she's on the Olympic team, and she like has like bleach dyed stripes.
Okay, that she does it every year.
Yes. I feel like because she recently did a routine like in a gold outfit, and that's exactly what I'm picturing for you.
I love it.
Yeah, I think it'd be really pretty. Okay, let's see here. So outside of writing this bookish universe, I have it on good authority that you are in a writers group. You're part of a writers group.
Yes. So when I first started writing, I didn't know any other authors. And it can be quite a isolating experience to write a book. You're just at our houses, we're in our rooms.
Yeah.
So I bought a paid Zoom account, and I just said hey, any other romance authors out there want to come join? These are the hours that I'm writing. Mm-hmm. And it has grown. I think we have almost 40 members. And we meet on Monday nights, and you're always welcome to join us.
Ooh.
And we hang out for 30 minutes, and we do writing sprints, and it's just a really great community. It's all women. And so we just get together and, share our writing struggles or what was going on, or keeping each other updated on what's going on in the romance community. And it's just been a really special place to gather. And it's so important to have people who understand what you're going through with writing. I can tell my family and friends, oh my gosh, I'm really struggling with this chapter. And they're gonna be like, oh, I'm sorry. I hope that works out for you.
Yeah.
Versus when you're talking to another author and you're like, these characters, I cannot get these lines right. The chapter is fighting me, so it's just nice to have that community that is always going to uplift and support. And, we have authors with, big book deals with agents, traditionally published, to indie authors who are I'm just, I'm writing my first book.
Yeah.
So, and it's nice to be able to pass down the knowledge of that I've learned the past couple years to new writers, and have writers who have been doing it for 10 years ahead of me.
Yeah.
To be hey, have you ever dealt with this experience? Has a reader ever done this to you? What should I say with this? So it's just great to have community in this field.
Oh, especially. I know that I don't think that I would have made it as far as I have so far without my writing group. Yes. Shout out Hot Girls Who Write. I love you guys. So what advice, you mentioned knowledge that you've acquired and, all the different levels of writers that are in your writers group. What pieces of advice would you want to give those newer baby writers that are thinking about publishing a book? They don't know what kind of path to publishing they want to take. What would you say to them as a word of encouragement?
Yeah, the paths to publishing, they are so vastly different. Kind of deciding what your end goal is. I have a lot of people I want to be in bookstores. You'd say, maybe traditionally published is the best for you.
Yeah.
But the thing, everyone's gonna have to do their own marketing. Whether you're traditionally published or indie published, you are gonna have to do your own marketing. So don't be I'm gonna traditionally publish because I don't want to have to do the marketing. That's going to fall on you regardless.
Yeah.
But, writing a book is, especially the first book, it feels so big because it's the first time you're writing a book. Mm-hmm. So I would just give the advice of go slow, take your time. It was so nice writing the first book without any pressure of when's the next book coming out?
Yeah.
And just getting to enjoy it and take the time that I needed to write the best book possible. Because then when book one came out and people were where's book two? It's oh, okay, I have to go back to writing right now. And there's so much pressure.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you always know that you wanted to be a writer, or was that something that kind of developed later on for you?
It kind of developed around junior high. So I do have dyslexia. So learning to read was really hard. I was a really, really late learner. But when I did finally get into reading, I fell in love with it. And so in junior high, high school, college, I wrote a ton of fan fiction.
As one does.
As one does.
We absolutely love the fanfic writers.
So much fan fiction. So that was kind of my launching pad for creative writing. And so I always wanted to be an author, but I never, growing up, I could never have imagined how technology would have improved because there was no spell check in junior high. It was
oh, never.
So my fan fiction's horribly misspelled.
I am dying to know though, what kind of fan fiction did you write? What fandom?
Well, Harry Potter before she became terrible.
Yeah.
This was This was like in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Gotcha.
And then a lot of House fan fiction randomly.
House.
Yes. House MD, the TV show about the doctor.
I have no idea. Why have I never heard of it? That's hilarious.
And then Sailor Moon and
Oh, yeah. Okay.
stuff like that.
Love that. So you mentioned you have dyslexia. What has that been like for you in navigating your writer journey?
It's definitely a challenge. I don't think I've ever written a single sentence correctly in my life. So it definitely adds time when writing, just because I have to like go back. And thankfully, technology has improved so much. It's like, most of the time, Google Docs knows what I'm trying to say. Sometimes it has no idea. But most of the time, it's like, you spelled this wrong. It's like, yeah, I understand. And then I have like an incredible team of women who it goes through like multiple rounds of editing by multiple different women to make sure that everything gets caught. And one of my best friends is Lexi Quinn. She's another author, and she reads my books before anyone else does. And she knows exactly what I'm trying to say. If I'm like, the sentence is like, girl, are you trying to say this? It's like, yes, I am. But so yeah, she goes through and reads it. And then I have a line and copy editors and proofreaders. And I have beta readers and alpha readers who I'm like, you don't have to. But if you see a spelling error and you want to point it out, please do. And they always do. So
yeah, I love that, getting as many eyes on it as possible before sending it out. Because, like, I've previously worked with an editor, and she's lovely. But at the end of the day, I'm like, there are 2 people that have seen it, and one of them is me. And by the time I'm on draft 8, my eyes are crossing. So, no, I love that. My last question for you is, what's something that you've learned in your author career so far that you wish that somebody would have told you before you really got into it?
Your debut statistically is not going to go viral on TikTok and make you a millionaire. Shocking to me, because I was really hoping that was going to happen.
Oh, I
know. But yeah, to understand that this is a marathon and you have to go slow and you have to sort of pay your dues. And yes, you can have a beautiful cover and a great story and it professionally edited. But readers' TBRs are long.
Yeah.
And new authors do not typically a slingshot to the top of their TBRs. It's like, I'll definitely check you out, because there's always a amazing author publishing that everyone's excited about. There's always Trad Pub publishing new things every Tuesday.
Yeah.
So be okay that the journey can start slow.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that.
Yeah, patience.
And lots of it.
So much patience. A lot of people don't prepare. Not a lot, but some authors will start this career and then you sort of never hear from them again, because there takes so much patience and commitment to every day marketing the book, which I gave 110% of myself to writing the book. And then I was like, now
I have to market it.
I have to market this every single day for forever.
Yeah, it's tough. Okay, well, perfect. So obviously at the time that we're recording this, we're at LoveLitCon.
Yes.
Tell our live listeners where they can find you at the con, if you're on any panels, where's your table, and then where can they find you online for our future listeners?
Yeah, so I'm at table 108. It is facing the ocean. It is the most beautiful view. Have you been in the room yet?
No, not yet, but I've seen pictures.
I was setting up yesterday and there's just sailboats going by. I was like, this is beautiful.
That's so dreamy.
And then I will be at the Romanticy panel tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. I'm not sure what room that's in, so
that's okay.
If you're at the con, there's, sure there's ways to find out. I have no idea. And then, I'll be here. I have standard editions available, and then I do have my special editions as well with the gold and silver foil. So
perfect.
Yeah, and I will also be at Villains and Vixens in Orlando, and I'll be at Book Harvest in Chicago, and then Raven Spicy Reads, which also takes place in San Diego this year. So
awesome.
Yeah, and I'm on Instagram at Sienna Harlow Author. My TikTok is still up, but I have not logged in since the new terms of service happened. So don't know when I'll be posting new content there, but there are years worth of content on that website.
Yeah.
So.
Well, awesome. There you have it. Thank you so much for tuning into Talk Wordy. And my thanks again to Sienna Harlow for coming on the show.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. This was so much fun.
Absolutely. Don't forget to follow the podcast on Instagram at TalkWordyPod, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, you guys.
Bye.